Hi guys. When you spend $10 and get a camera mounting, fuck, old tripod or something. Hi, I decided to come yak at you for a bit. I'm losing storage on my phone from I'm not sure why. Too much bullshit. I've got rid of a bunch, but this video could end any time. So, love, peace, hippie grease in advance. It might just do it mid-sentence, which I'm just gonna go until it goes out. So let's do a bong rip. I'm smoking. There's a couple different kinds. A combo bowl of Fleek cookies. You can see those numbers. You can freeze it if you want to look at it more closely. And Buddy Boy Farm. Really usually awesome prices. Yeah, candy sherbet. It's awesome. That's the combo bowl. And then I also have some dabs. I bought this 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been dabbing a lot. Just there for my son. It's there when I want one. I got some CBD melted in my little pan I use, because I use a dab stick, basically. Has some melted CBD in it, and I'll put some shatter next to it, and I'll just kind of take a little of both. I can taste it when I get the CBD. It's cherries. Cherry. Oh, yeah. So, today in history. It's interesting. John Adams was appointed by the not quite country, the U.S. Continental Congress, appointed John Adams to travel to France as the minister plenipotentiary in charge of negotiating treaties of peace and commerce with Great Britain during the Revolutionary War. So, you will take us seriously. If you want to have any of our money, we're going to make tons of it over here. Anyway. Oh, Rachel Carson's book called Silent Spring was published. It was in 1962. The other one was in 1779. In 1962, I was 3 years old. She wrote a book called Silent Spring. It's about what if that spring when the birds don't come out and the flowers don't. It's because there's a break in our environmental. What's going on? It's a watershed work considered. Silent Springs, first published on September 27th, originally serialized in the New Yorker magazine. The book shed light on the damage that man-made pesticides inflict on the environment specifically. Its publication. Some Trump would stop. Shut up. The publication is often viewed as the beginning of the environmental movement. Yeah, I want to go back. I don't want to read the whole thing. But yeah, it was basically the start of the environmental movement. In 1938, Franklin Roosevelt appealed to Hitler for peace. He wrote to him, and regarding the threat of war in Europe, the German Chancellor had been threatening to invade Sudetenland of Czechoslovakia. Sudetenland of Czechoslovakia, and in the letter his second to Hitler in as many days. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. 1869. Let's read this whole thing. This is a good one. We'll leave it on that. I don't want to do the whole. They're going to boot me out of here shortly, probably. Sheriff Wild Bill Hickok proves too wild for Kansas. Just after midnight on the 27th of September 1869, Ellis County Sheriff Wild Bill Hickok and his deputy responded to report that a local ruffian named Samuel Strahan and several drunken buddies were tearing up John Bitter's beer saloon in Hays City, Kansas. When Hickok arrived and ordered the men to stop, Strahan turned to attack him and Hickok shot him in the head. Strahan died instantly, as did the riot. Such were Bill's less restrained law enforcement methods. Famous for his skill with the pistol and steely calm under fire, James Butler Hickok initially seemed to be the ideal man for the sheriff of Cowles County, Kansas. The good citizens of Hays City, the county seat, were tired of the wild brawls and destructiveness of the hard-drinking buffalo hunters and soldiers who took over their town every night. They hoped the famous Wild Bill could restore peace and order, and in the late summer of 1869, elected him as the interim county sheriff. Tall, athletic, sporting shoulder-length hair and a sweeping mustache. Hickok cut an expressive figure, and his reputation as a deadly shot with either hand was often all it took to keep many potential lawbreakers on the straight and narrow. As one visiting cowboy later recalled, Hickok would stand with his back to the wall, looking at everything and everyone under his eyebrows, just like a mad old bull. But when Hickok applied more aggressive methods of enforcing the peace, some Hays City citizens wondered if their new cure wasn't worse than the disease. Shortly after becoming sheriff, Hickok shot a belligerent soldier who resisted arrest, and the man died the next day. A few weeks later, Hickok killed Strahan. While his brutal ways were indisputably effective, many Hays City citizens were less than impressed that only after 5 weeks in office he had already found it necessary to kill 2 men in the name of preserving peace. During the next election in November, the people expressed their displeasure, and Hickok lost to the deputy. His deputy took his job. Hey, Bill, maybe you got to quit shooting people. Though while Bill Hickok would later go on to hold other law enforcement positions in the West, his first attempt at being a sheriff had lasted only 3 months. Wild West was a motherfucker. And that was Canada. Canada has its own awesome history, fucking connected to Alaska and the Yukon, and also fucking Newfoundland, and fucking trying to find the fucking Northwest Passage, and fuck, you name it. Crazy. Humans are crazy. Basically. We'll do some shit. What do you mean you can't swim across the English Channel? I call bullshit. What do you mean you can't get to the moon? You can see it. Well, we'll figure out how to get there. That's some explorer shit there. Blast out into space and fucking something about as big as a car. You know, where you sit. It's like... Anyway. Oh, so I feel better. I've racked my back. Last night my ribs hurt all the way. You know, the bottom rib that kind of circles from the front to the back. That's basically where my back's messed up, right? Where that, almost where it joins. Here's the spine, here's that spine, that rib. It's like right in here. Well, last night the bottom edge of that rib hurt all the way around. I mean, just very specific, like points, like right there and right there. You know, no bigger than the point of my finger. Like, what the fuck? I fucked myself up. Now, I've hurt my back so many times. Generally, I don't kind of, sort of maybe know when I did it. And this one weird leg stretch I did where my leg wouldn't relax. Well, when you're fully extended and one leg's here and one's down here and you're fucking reaching up here, it's just like, oh yeah, that whole fucking, that's what I did. I know that's when I fucking did it. Except I think it was already a little fucked up in the morning because I had the weird skin sciatica sensation that morning. So when I did that next thing, it was like already positioned to be just fucked. And hey, it sent me into the same shit that happened the other 2 times where temperature, internal organ feeling fucked up, sweats, had diarrhea. No, I didn't have diarrhea. I threw up the day it happened.